So if it happens that my computer gets a virus, or I find a computer somewhere that I'm planning to use that has a virus on it and I know about it, I am not touching that computer. I am not. As someone will ask me why would you touch the computer? You need to remove the virus or do something about it or just work with the virus or something like that. You can't leave your machine just because it has a virus. But I'm not. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I can't explain just how afraid I am of a computer virus. It scares me. It's my definition of creepy. If you've ever seen the word creepy in the dictionary, that's what I call creepy. The things that the computer viruses do to the computers are unimaginable. There's this specific virus that I'm really afraid of. It's called a computer worm. A worm, like a worm. You know what a worm is, I guess. It does something very strange. Like I saw a computer infected with a worm. It takes all the files in the computer, like your documents, your apps, your any other files that you have, PDFs and everything. Then it attaches onto them. Then it does this weird thing. It starts multiplying the files. Maybe you had one document that you had written. You find 10 or 100 of them. The virus just multiply them. What it's doing is that it's filling up your memory because your computer has memory. It has RAM and it has ROM. RAM is the memory you use when you're working with the computer, and the ROM is meant to store information. A RAM doesn't store information, so it messes with those two things. So it messes with your RAM and your ROM. First, it fills your hard drive or your SSD drive with so many files. Like it multiplies your files like 100 times, and you don't have enough space. It also eats up on your RAM in such a way that your computer hangs. Your computer can't move. Like I found a computer with a virus and I couldn't move the mouse because I was trying to shut off the computer at that time, and the computer was infected by this virus. So I tried. I can't move the mouse. You can't take it to the. You can't click the button for shutting down the computer. If this is like a desktop computer, it's easy. You can just plug it from the power source. But when it's your laptop and your power button is not working, what are you going to do? Remove the battery? Most of the laptops nowadays, you can't even, they don't have that option for removing the battery yourself. So I'm afraid. And my biggest fear is the spreading of that virus. I just imagine, what if I touch this computer and this virus gets into me? That's my thinking. Just imagine the virus gets into through my hand, or when I'm holding the mouse or something, gets into my body and starts multiplying things in my body. I one minute I have one lung. Sorry, I have two lungs. The next minute I check I have four lungs or eight lungs. I check I have two heads, or I have 60 eyes and 152 teeth. Who am I going to blame for that? And how is life going to be with 147 arms and 64 noses and 100 stomachs? How much food do I have to eat? How big am I going to grow? How humongous, like, this virus continues multiplying the files until your memory is full. That's when it stops. So it means my organs will multiply until I can't handle it anymore. I will become a giant, like 100 kilometers tall and 300 kilometers wide. I will be a monster that no one wants to see. I can't risk that. I'll be bigger than Goliath himself. I don't trust these viruses at all. I don't want something like, I know there's something that does that in our body, that disease, and it's called cancer. Oh, this is nothing compared to cancer at this level. It's too serious. Cancer multiplies at a rate that human beings don't like. I am afraid of cancer too. But when I see a computer virus, I see the worst kind of thing that could happen to a human being. When the computer memory is done, the computer is done. You can't do anything with that computer. It's a useless computer until all the files are deleted. And then it does this thing. As you delete one file, it creates another. So if you decide to delete those files one by one by one until you finish, and then maybe install an antivirus, then it will have created like 100 more files before you're done. So you'll never be able to completely remove the virus from the computer. You won't even have space. Some people would like to install an antivirus before the files spread, or they're like, this computer has completely finished my memory, so I need to install antivirus to remove this virus. But you don't have space to install that antivirus because the antivirus needs space it needs some memory to operate, but it can't because there's no space. All the space has been taken over by the virus. I don't want that. The virus might come into my mind and do that. Fill me with so many thoughts that are duplicate. Like I'm thinking about 100 different things of the same type, and I can't control it. I wouldn't want that on myself. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Imagine my memory filling up, and I'm only at 29. Like I hope I will live up to 100. I don't know. Maybe I might, but I might not. If I die at 29, is okay. But I don't want my memory to fill up. Even 100 years old memory is not full. They still have space to add more new things. Imagine that virus multiplies everything in my head like 100 times. Like I have your name or my name. Like I remember my name 100 times. If you ask me what's your name, I say Derek, 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 Derek 100 times without stopping. Like that would be monstrous. I don't understand. I'm afraid. I hope no such virus exists on this earth, and I hope they don't create it in a lab for sure, because that would be a freak of nature. It is not something pretty to watch. Someone with 100 heads and 5 million legs, because the virus can multiply all your organs. 60 kidneys. I don't know. Maybe it's an advantage. If you lose one kidney, you have 59 more. If someone chops off two of your heads, you have 70 more to live with. Maybe it's an advantage. But no, 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 no. I don't want that for myself or for anyone, not even for my worst enemy. No, I don't want to look at someone with 100 heads and that is considered normal. We can't consider that normal. That's why I'm not coming close to a computer virus. If your computer has a virus, keep it away from me, very far away from me. I will bomb it if I can. I will. I will drop some nuclear bombs on it. I don't want to come into contact with it. I will employ a whole military operation to come and destroy that laptop or phone of yours that has that virus. I'm not coming close to a virus. I'm afraid of computer viruses. And it's not an irrational fear. I have a background in IT. If you know me like I used to, at some point I was doing computer science. So I do kind of have an understanding of how things work with computers and what is possible to transmit from a computer to a human being. Apparently, they say it's not possible for a computer virus to come into a human being through any means. But I don't trust these people. They change their mind all the time. They say this is safe, then the next year they say it's not safe. We have discovered something. I don't want to be a culprit of such a problem. No, 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 no. Say no to computer viruses forever. And I don't know how these people who create them are. They are total monsters. They are bastards of the highest order. They should be excommunicated from the civilization society. How do you create such a creepy stuff to be crawling through people's computers? No. How do you even come up with such an idea? Duplicating stuff all over. It seems like a very useless virus. What does it do? It's not doing anything. I mean, I understand some viruses. Like some viruses will steal your information, like your bank information, and try to get money out of you. I can call them scammers. I'm like, okay, I understand these are scammers, or it will try to read your emails and something. You maybe it's some industrial espionage or something like that. They want to know about how to beat their enemy, and their competitors. I understand that it's competition, it's business. It's not right. I'm not condoning it. It's not right, but I understand it. I understand their point of view. But this person who creates worms, I don't understand that person. This person should be jailed a lifetime. I call for a lifetime of pain and suffering in a maximum state penitentiary, because that's what that person deserves. I'm afraid of worms. You can't instill such kind of a fear in another human being and expect to live your life and enjoy it. I completely object that. I am taking this to court, whatever court. I don't know what court I'm going to take it to, but I need someone who understands my fear. I can't live. I can't live being in fear of my computer. I see people being afraid of AI. Yeah, I've seen fear of AI like a lot. I don't know if I've talked about it, and not the fear of them replacing human beings and doing their jobs. That's another fear. The fear of AI taking over. Because in the beginning, I had this, and people would just say like, if the AI is doing too much and you're afraid it's going to take over, plug it out of the power source. But apparently, the AI is learning also that you might plug it out, so it might end you before you plug it off from the power source, or it might do something to prevent you from plugging it off from the power source. But this is not about AI. AI is okay. I'm okay with that. That is very far away into the future, and even if it's near in the future, I think I can handle it. Our ancestors were colonized and we turned out fine. So even if the eye takes over, we will still be fine, I think. But we're not going to be fine with worms. No, we can't be walking with 100 heads. No, 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 no. Even when you see that in a movie, it's creepy. You don't want to look at it twice. Why would you want to see it in real life? No, I'm opposed to that. I'm opposed to that, and I'm not going to support it. We need to end computer worms. Computer worms need to end. I I don't know how else to put it. Someone needs to focus on. I don't know why the entire media is not focusing on this. This is the most important problem in this 21st century. Computer worms. It's the most important. It's so scary. Like I've never been scared of anything like this, and I would be less scared of a lion running behind me. I know the lion is faster than me, but it's not going to make me a freak of nature. The worst it can do is make me its supper or something like that. But these computer worms, no, 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 no. Those things are creepy. I tell you, you don't want these computer worms in your body. No, and that's my very justified fear of computer viruses. I don't care what the experts say. I'm not taking the risk. They might say it's safe, but I'm not taking the risk. That is stupidity. I have a head, and in that head there is a brain inside it, and the brain tells me to avoid these things. People have people have gone through worse things. Not worse, there's nothing worse than that. But people have gone through very bad things by trusting the experts. On this matter, I'm not trusting the experts. I'm trusting my brain. I'm trusting my intuition and my instincts. And it's telling me not to come close to any computer with a virus. No, it will spread into my body and I will not like the result. And no one will be there to help me. These computer experts are not doctors. They are not going to heal this. And doctors don't know how to deal with someone with 100 stomachs. They want one ton of food every night. How is that sustainable for the economy and for the political regime and everything and for the civilization? We are going to die. This person is going to start eating the rest of us and maybe spreading the virus. We are going to become giants who cannot exist in this world. One person is going to fit into the Burj Khalifa. One person and feel all of it. This is not natural and it can't be natural. We know that and we have known it for years. We already know how the world works. We don't want something that was created in some computer somewhere to destroy our civilization. We don't. And I hope AI will not use this tactic and create worms for us. No, I am I'm flabbergasted. If I could use that word, I am. I don't know what it means, but I feel that way. Yeah. Computer viruses, no. Say no to computer viruses in your body or anywhere close. Don't take the risk. If a computer has a virus, use very, I don't know what, call the fire department or something like that, or the bomb squad, something. Call them if they have the equipment to handle the computer and throw it in the Mariana Trench so that it doesn't come back to life. Do that. Anything. Call the military or something like that. Call the navy. Huh? Call anyone. Call God if you believe in God. If you believe in something else, call that something else. If you believe in trees, call trees. Call anyone to get rid of that computer. That computer needs to be gotten rid of completely before something serious happens. This is a call to action for all humanity. For all humanity, I'm calling everyone to action. It's an action against all computer viruses. We need to be careful of computer viruses. We do not want them to infiltrate this society that we worked so hard to build. And we don't want an apocalypse because of a computer virus. Because I think that is the most guaranteed way for an apocalypse to happen. Once a virus infects someone's body, there is nothing we can do from there henceforth. There is nothing. The world is finished. God is not going to invite into heaven people with a 6,000 hands or 57,000 fingers. God is just not gonna do that. That is just not acceptable in heaven. Even the devil will lock you out of hell because you look something like worse than the devil. Even the devil doesn't have that inconsistent body shape that is just weird. So yeah, that's how I feel about computer viruses. And I think you should too. You should be careful and take care of yourself. Thank you.